It was not easy to start filming this video or any other video that I've posted so far on YouTube. It is not that I don't have enough ideas or motivation. It is scary starting a new project or anything from zero, because I never know if I will be able to pull it off till end and make it as good as I imagined it. But, to tell you honestly, when it comes to YouTube, the hardest part till today was starting to work on my first video. No matter how much I love filmmaking and storytelling, I knew that starting a YouTube channel is going to be hard, rocky, and stressful journey. Consequently, my thoughts were, better not starting it at all, right? For many months I resisted it, finding all the time new excuses why I'm still not beginning with it. I was keeping myself busy with other activities, just to maintain things as they are, stress-free from YouTube. Until finally, one evening came and I promised to myself that no matter what, I will go out tomorrow to a park and start filming. I didn't have a huge plan what I'm going to record or talk about. But still, I did it. I made the first step. And here I am today, making my new video and being grateful that I finally pushed myself to make the initial move. My friends, we are talking here today about how to stop procrastinating. We are raised to believe that we need motivation to start doing something, when the opposite is true. Only when we start doing things, the motivation will come and push us to continue it. So, how to start working and stop procrastinating? First, we need to understand that procrastination is a habit, a form of stress relief that has to be broken in order to start a new habit. The longer we postpone things, the more we procrastinate. When we feel stressed about doing something, we try to avoid and resist it by all means and work on something else that is easy for us and less stressful. For example, watching a movie. But doing only stress-free activities is not realistic in life. So, we need to acknowledge that the stress is here and will always be present. When we feel stress rising, what we can do is take a deep breath, maybe count till 10, relax and start working. After we finally begin with work, we need to repeat this action often enough to break the pattern of postponing and avoiding it, until it becomes a new habit with a little reward at the end, and that would be a little stress relief, because the important task is finally done. So, how to go out of chronic procrastination, or in other words, stop lying to ourselves that we have a lot of time to do the work. Changing the mindset is a crucial part in managing procrastination. And it starts with understanding that we cannot rely on a willpower to do things. Otherwise, we will stay stuck and unproductive whenever something complicated and stressful has to be done. It also includes recognizing why is that task so important for us, what value it has for us. Will we gain something by doing it? How are we going to look and feel once the task is done? This all leads to setting up our mind for success. The better we can visualize how rewarding the future will be when the task is done, the less we are likely to continue to procrastinate. With self-discipline and constant repeating, the new activity actually becomes a habit. Usually, the task is not even that hard as we imagined. The initial problem is starting, not continuing the work. Once we start working on it and enter the state of flow, we will most likely not be willing to stop it till it's done. Now, I will share with you some steps and tips that helped me on my way of dealing with procrastinating. Breaking down the project in baby steps or organizing it in small segments. It makes us feel less intimidated by the project and also puts less stress on finishing it, because achieving a small segment is easier than a whole project. Using a timer. Timer should help you to stay focused for a short period of time, but also to enroll breaks. For example, if you think that you need 30 minutes for a task, try setting an alarm for 25 minutes to see if you are able to do it in a bit shorter period of time, and then make a 5 minutes break. Don't shorten the time too much. You don't want to stress yourself, but also you don't want to waste your time. Don't start on an empty canvas. Sometimes, seeing blank paper or white canvas can look very scary. So try beginning to work on an already started task or part of a project. For example, I prefer starting to make a new painting over already started painting that I don't like, than to begin on a white canvas from zero. Or, I collect thoughts from my videos all the time, so when I write a new text, I actually have some pre-existing notes. Clean your space from any distractions you have. Get rid of your phone, books, anything that can easily deconcentrate you. Maybe make a coffee and just do it. If it is hard for you to stay concentrated at home, go to a library or wherever you find more peace. The last would be create rewards for yourself when the work is done. So, when you feel fulfilled and happy with what you accomplished, give yourself some nice time. Go out with your friends, watch a movie, be proud on yourself for what you did. Celebrate the little victories and enjoy your favorite activities guilt-free. The more you apply these tools or techniques to help you stop procrastinating, the easier it will become to get the job done. It is all in our mind, my friends. We just have to learn to control it. I would love to read what are your ways in overcoming procrastination. Please share it in the comments below. Till then, take care of yourself and others.